Hello guys and welcome to episode 3 of the Rags to Riches Blyth Spartans save. Today we're going to bring you a live comm of the Salford away match, discuss the previous league matches in a little detail and tell you about another couple of signings that have joined the club, including the one I showed you in the last episode. Jordan Storey has joined the club on a permanent deal. So here is Jordan Storey. He has started 2 games in the absence of Michael Richardson, who's just come back to full fitness. Now he got a 7.05 average, which is pretty decent for a 19-year-old inexperienced player that had never played a first team game in professional or part-time football. So as we sit on the 25th of August, we have made 7 signings in total this season. Danny Hawkins, the former Blyth player, Matty Wolfenden from A.F.C. United of Manchester for £20,000, Mikey Starkey, Ross Wilson and Jordan Storey I've already showed you about. So 2 new signings, Ryan Humphreys and Andre Johnson, I'll tell you about now. Ryan Humphreys is a former Blackburn player, also played at Curzon Ashland, Mosley and their next and up-and-coming opponent, Salford, but he did not actually play a game for them. So Humphreys can actually play up front as his natural position and he can play wide. Now looking at those attributes, he's got some decent ones. His dribbling 12, finishing 12, first touch 12, they will all come in very, very handy in terms of contributing to goals. He's only made 2 substitute appearances for me so far. Flair 11, teamwork 15, work rate 12, natural fitness of 13, as his acceleration is 12, which is pretty decent. He has 3-star potential ability, and his current ability is a 4.5-star marking, and I believe that is of the youth star rating. Young striker, plays on his right foot and tries to get forward whenever possible, and he likes to attempt first time shots. He could be coming in very handy as a rotational player or a starter due to injuries or suspensions. The other player coming in is Andre Johnson, a free agent, 3.5-star potential ability, 1-star current ability. Young striker, likes to play on the right foot, plays solely as a striker, preferred role is a poacher. He has 11 finishing, 11 heading, flair of 13, leadership of 12, off the ball of 11, work rate of 11, and his pace and acceleration of 13 and 11, along with natural fitness, will really help him burst ahead of players, take players on and hopefully score a few goals. He did score on his debut, a first time effort, it was a volley, top corner, beautiful goal. So since the last match that you've seen against Rushall, we have played 3 matches. We went away to Ramsbottom and we were a bit rampant here, guys. Dan Maguire puts ahead after 17 minutes, Ryan Hutchison after 30 minutes, and the game was officially wrapped up when Aaron Wearmouth scored in the 55th minute. Ryan Hutchinson did score an own goal late on. It was a dreadful own goal. No player near him. The ball got crossed in and he basically walked it into his own goal. Very comfortable win. Players that stood out in this game was Ross Wilson with a 7.3, 1 assist, and Dan Maguire a 7.1, 1 goal, and Wearmouth a 7.3 with 1 goal. But the player of the match, although he scored an own goal, 1 goal scored as well, Ryan Hutchison, the central defender. 10 shots, 3 on target, 3 goals, 55% possession. Next up was a home match against Nantwich at Croft Park. Now this match was very tight, 15 shots to us, 10 to Nantwich, 4 shots on target between both teams out of those 25 shots. We did control possession 54%, but this match could have went either way. I think a draw was the deserved result. If it was 0-0, it would have been a decent point for both parties, but we managed to nick it at the end with a Matt Bailey own goal from Nantwich. He basically passed it back and it went almost under the goalkeeper's legs. Now it was reminiscent of the goal that Peter Enkelman, the former Aston Villa goalkeeper, scored when the ball got thrown back to him. He tried to control it, it went under his foot. It was exactly like that. In the 89th minute, I did celebrate. It just came, it just happened. A good 3 points, but it was a point, 2 points extra that was a little lucky, but we will take it. And if you're to be champions of any league, you need a stroke of luck on the way. 1-0, home victory against Nantwich. Good, 3 points, a little fortunate. And the match we had just played, a 2-1 defeat away to Whitby. I can't really complain about this, guys. 24 shots from Whitby, 11 on target. We did have slightly more possession, but out of our 12 shots, 2 on target. That is a little worrying. Our striker didn't have a great game. Our advanced attacking players didn't have a good game. Stephen Turnbull with a 7 and Adam McHugh, the goalkeeper, with a 7. Ryan Hutchison again, 7.1, putting in a decent shift. But we did not deserve this. At half-time we played poor, but we conceded in the 51st minute. They went 2-0 up. And at half-time I did actually change up and go 2 up front. Andre Johnson did score on his debut as a substitute in the 81st minute. A great goal, as I already said. But we went overload at the end. Basically tried to go route one, pump the ball into the box. And unfortunately the goal did not come. And we lost the match away to Whitby at the Turnbull ground 2-1. So there you have it, guys. Our 4 matches played so far. Rochelle win 3-2. Ramsbottom win 3-1, Nantwich win 1-0, and a loss away to Whitby 1-2. Now we sit 6th currently in the Evil Stick Northern Premier League. It's very tight, 1 point separating the top 6 or 7 teams in total so far. Now we're going to play the live com away to Salford at Moor Lane, and of course they are associated with the Class of 92 Manchester United lads. Now on a side note, just before we play the game, I'm using the WizKids edited database that has been released, where Paul Scholes and Gary Neville are squad senior owners of Salford City. Now, the reason the other guys aren't there as owners is because Nicky Butt has a job at Manchester United and he can't be in both places at once, as does Phil Neville have a job at Valencia, and Ryan Giggs also has a job at Manchester United. This is why they're not there. But if you don't download our database, Gary Neville and Paul Scholes will not be there. But it just looks good. It doesn't mean anything to the game, but it adds a bit of realism that the real current owners, the Class of 92 lads, are the owners of Salford City. Time to play them. Let's put them to the sword and take 3 points away from Salford City. So this is how we're going to line up, guys. The injured duo of the key men, Dale and Richardson, are coming back into the first team. They are key players, the players that can really make a difference. Dropping to the bench, Jordan Storey and Aaron Wearmouth, who will possibly come on and make an impact as they've been pretty decent. McHugh in goals, Watson left back, Parker back from injury at centre half, Hutchison the best player of the season in the opening 4 games so far, Wilson on the right, as we said, Richardson in the middle, Turnbull joining him, Dale on the left, Wolfie attacking centre mid as the shadow striker, and up front, the machine, Dan Maguire. On the bench, drops to the bench themselves are Tom McNamee, Wearmouth and Storey, who have recently been in the first team. Cartwright, Hooks and Andre Johnson, the new signing, are also there, as well as the recent signing and addition to the squad, Ryan Humphreys. Salford are favourites for this game by the bookmakers at 5-4. We sit in 6th spot, 4 played, 3 wins, and 1 loss, 9 points on the board. Salford currently sit 15th with 1 win, 1 draw and 2 losses in the opening 4 games of the season. So I've told the boys to go out and win the game with a passionate expression and impress me. They have reacted indifferently, some of them switched off, 3 of them in particular, the goalkeeper, centre half and striker. 3 key players, McHugh, Hutchison and Maguire, look switched off, while their body language suggests that they're all composed. Let's play. Salford away, game on. And as usual, guys, I have the match stats on the left of the screen so I can see what is going on throughout the match. Now, I also have the assistant observation of performance and tactics on the split here, as you see, as well as the Blyth Spartans stats in terms of rating and if they're currently fit or lacking match fitness. Maguire ahead, looks to cross it in, pulls it back, Turnbull puts it in the hands of the Salford goalkeeper. Worth pointing out, guys, that every single match I've played, including the 5 pre-season matches and the 4 current league matches, all 9 of them, I have had more possession than the opposition in every single one of them. So the control inside this tactic so far seems to be working. 3 wins, 1 loss in the league games so far. 3 shots to Salford, 1 to Blyth. We're currently got 4% more possession than the home team. Serin, Givern out on the right, crosses in, McHugh picks it up. puts it out wide to Watson. Givern on the left, Serin. Givern again. Webber, that's Danny Webber, the former Manchester United young player. Started his career there, I believe. Serin, the experienced striker. O'Halloran on the left. Webber again coming deep. Atkinson. Givern again picks it up, the number 10. Clarkford to Webber. He puts it in and Serin has scored against us. 4th goal of the season for Gareth Serin. That is poor from our team. Danny Webber, I believe it is, out on the left, crosses it in first time, and Serin beats his man to volley into the net. No chance for the goalkeeper. Salford dominating early on. We may have to change this up at half time. The Wolf, wide. Richardson, Turnbull, puts out wide to Watson. He's going to cross it in. Good chance to cross it in, and it is cleared away from the Salford defence. Hutchison, Turnbull again. Richardson, the Wolf, puts it way wide and not at all handsome. Not really been involved in this game much other than the possession stat. 1 shot on target from our 3. 6 shots in total and 3 on target from Salford. I think we may have to change the instructions of the team at half time. So we're going to change it up to counter, and I'm going to sort some team instructions. I'm going to look for the overlap, exploit the flanks, the right and the left, pass into space. I'm going to tell the team that they can roam, be more expressive, more direct passing. I don't want to retain possession. I want to play quick football, higher tempo, play wide and get stuck in. I'm going to put the defence slightly higher up and play offside as well. So we're going to look to counteract what they're trying to do. They have controlled the game so far, although the possession suggests otherwise, but we haven't really done much with the possession. My team are frustrated, so assertively I'm going to tell them, show me something else in the second half. And they all seem motivated, fired up, or listen keenly. So I'll leave them all on, and we'll keep that starting 11 currently as it stands. Start the second half. Salford kick-off. Poole on the right. Free kick given to them. Watson giving away the foul. Watson with the ball. Dale plays it forward to Maguire. He's got no support as yet. Looks to put it in. Dale puts it in and puts it wide. From the kick-off, a half chance, nothing comes of it. Yes! Get in there. Corner in by Turnbull. Ross Wilson in the box. Puts it in for his first goal for the club. Turnbull whips it in. And a half volley from Wilson, and that is awful defending from Salford. That should never ever have been a goal, and the ball should never have got through. Pleased with this. Good start to the second half, 4 minutes in, and we're level at 1-1. Givern puts a deadly ball at the back. Seddon has a chance. That could have easily been 2-1 Salford. Well, we're looking to break away with Maguire, and he gets tackled. Turnbull with the ball, he loses it. Seddon forward. Givern straight into the hands of McHugh. Things are looking a lot better than they were not so long ago in the first half. And there is an injury, a pulled hamstring that is not looking good for Michael Richardson. On the injury front, guys, you notice Danny Hawkins is not in the squad. He got shin splints and is out for, I think, 4 or 5 months roughly, which is disappointing, which is why in the first place we had to bring in Andre Johnson. So this substitute, we're going to bring in Jordan Storey, a direct replacement for Michael Richardson. I'm just trying to think if we should make any more changes. We'll leave it as it stands just now. We will leave it at that. Direct replacement, Storey on, Richardson off. Corner, Turnbull, and Storey with a chance immediately as he comes on. Tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to go to advanced tactics, and we are going to stick 2 up front. We're going to bring on a poacher. Robert Dale is not actually fully fit, to be honest. He's still coming back from injury, so we'll put Wolfie out on the left. We'll bring on Andre Johnson for Robert Dale. And we will leave it at that at the moment. If Maguire is still struggling in 10 minutes, we might look to bring on Ryan Humphreys. Calmly tell him, I want to see a good performance from him tonight. Seems in deep thought. Come on, Andre, you scored as a substitute in your debut. Come and fire me the winner. 2 up front. Hopefully that can cause their defence a little bit more of a problem. Seddon comes off injured. He's been a good player for them this match. Turnbull crosses it in. Back to Turnbull. Watson. Story. Can he play it? Wilson. Can he cross it in? Get in there! Jordan Watson, the left back, formerly of Sunderland, picks up the ball as a scramble in the box. Good little pass from Wilson. He's on his own. Comes back to him from around 10 yards out, straight down the middle. The goalkeeper for me should have had that. If I'm conceding that, I'd be disappointed. We're going to make that substitution now, guys. We're going to bring on Ryan Humphreys for Dan Maguire. The machine hasn't quite been at it this game. Delighted to be 2-1 up. 21 minutes to go in the game versus Salford away. Watson plays it forward. Givern, O'Halloran for Salford out on the left. Brings it into Givern, Burton, Clark. Long shot from around 25 yards out, goes wide. And Nicholson out on the right, puts in Story. Wilson. Turnbull picks it up and is cleared. Watson with the goal. Switches wing, good cross to Nicholson. Plays it forward to Wilson. Can he first time cross it? He can! Get in there! Andre Johnson, 2 goals in 2. That should settle it. Super sub. 2 substitute appearances, 2 goals for Andre Johnson. He is sharp. Good first time cross from Wilson. Header at the near post from Johnson, unmarked. Goal. 3-1. Hopefully we can sit back on this. I'm going to defend, look to frustrate the opposition. This is a great second half, guys. The first half was a bit of a struggle. Nicholson, Story, Johnson, cross it in. Oh, good cross at first attempt. We got a corner out of this. Turnbull with the corner. And Salford with Lynch look to break away. Allen, he's through 1-on-1 and he just seemed to stop there. I don't know if he was offside, but it was a random stop. 10 minutes to go at Moor Lane. We're looking solid here. 2 minutes to go. 1 minute. 4 minutes of injury time left to play. Rock solid win. Great 3 points. I'm delighted with this. The Wolf. It seems though, guys, that little tweak of the formation from a 4-2-3-1 that we start off with is a good foundation and it's really done us well. And again in this game, for the 10th game in a row, we have dominated, not dominated, but we've had more possession than the opposition. There's not been a match in 10 games where we've been outpossessed by our opponent. But that change to a 4-4-2 when we were struggling really in the first half has really done us well. So there you see, as the league table, we are sitting third, 1 point behind Matlock, level with Colwyn Bay and Ilkeston. 10 shots from Salford, 11 from us, 5 on target each, and 53% possession in our favour. That is a good win, a big win, and I'm delighted with that. So now, Ryan Giggs, Phil Neville, Gary Neville, Nicky Butt, Paul Scholes can go packed back to their homes, disappointed after being outclassed, out-tactically battled against Blyth Spartans. Let's look at the schedule, guys. So what I'm going to do, I've got 3 home games in a row coming up against Workington, Buxton and Colwyn Bay. The next match we will come back to and play for you in a live comp in the next episode will be Halesowen away at the Grove. So we'll play Halesowen away in the next episode, guys. Thanks for checking out this episode of Rags to Riches. It's been a good start to the season. 4 wins out of 5, 1 loss, 1 clean sheet, a few goals scored, 10 in total, and around 6 or 7 conceded. We could tighten up there, but it's been a solid start. Workington at the Croft Park next. Looking forward to it. Thanks for checking it out, guys. I'm James. If you're not subscribed, please do. This is a long time project. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and please like it. And I'll see you guys soon.